had a family therapy session once where I was working with this family and something was coming up in the discussion that was very difficult for this teen to navigate. And I could see that she was getting panicked. I joke about this a lot where I tell students, it doesn't matter what I'm wearing or what kind of shoes I have on. If we need to go take a run around the house, we're gonna go do it. Like, I'm game. And they think I'm joking, and that's kind of like a playful way for me to acknowledge that I'm not just gonna tell them to go take a walk, because that can feel awful, but I'm gonna say, hey, let's go run around the house for a second. I'm serious, let's go now. I ended up doing that with one of my students. And at first she resisted because she felt like, this is ridiculous, I'm not doing that. And then I said, I think this is what you need, and it's what we're gonna do right now. So let's go. And I got up and walked over and held the door open, and then we left. We went downstairs, we went outside, and we ran around the house. I think it was like 4 or 5 times, just laps as fast as we could. And we ended up like breathing hard and chuckling for a minute. And then we went back up and we finished the family therapy session. And she told me afterwards, she's like, I thought that was really stupid, but I actually really needed it. So thank you for pushing me to do that. And that's because she felt like she just needed to hold it together, white knuckle her way through this conversation, and prove that she could do it so that her parents would see that she could. When in reality, she needed me to co-regulate with her. And doing it in family therapy in real time like that, I was showing parents how to do it. It wasn't go to your room, come back when you're more regulated. It's, no, I can see you need this. We're going together now. The important part of that is, like, if we're telling teens to go and take care of themselves, they don't actually know how to do it. When we're saying, come back when you're feeling better, or when you can have this conversation with me in a more rational tone, things that we normally say to teens, what we're doing is we're actually teaching them that we don't want to be around them, and we aren't going to be there to support them unless they act a certain way, unless they perform a certain way, unless they use certain language. Teens are not capable of regulating their own emotions, especially kids who have had some of those developmental disruptions that they may, in some circumstances, look like they're way more like an adult. And then others, you're like, wait, we just went back in time? Like, are you a little kid or are you a big kid? Like, where are we? And that's actually a normal part of the developmental process for teens, is to switch back and forth depending on the situation. And if we are going to help our kids realize that they are capable of doing hard things, we have to sometimes be there for them when they don't feel capable. If I'm in family therapy and I'm getting up out of family therapy to take this kid and go run around outside, I'm modeling for parents co-regulation, meaning I'm gonna do this with you now. I am going to do something that seems a little awkward, but I know that it works. I'm gonna talk to you about why it works. And by doing it together, we actually strengthen our relationship so that, you know, if you feel stuck in the future, you can come to me and I will help you figure out what to do or how to get through this hard experience. Co-regulation is the goal. Independent regulation is not possible for teens, but co-regulation with a caregiver, with a parent, somebody who really knows how to attune to what they're needing in the moment, is the goal. By doing that with them, we are actually helping them rewire their brains so that they can eventually do that for themselves or for their partners or for their kids later. Our brains need to have that sort of interaction with someone who we feel safe with, so that we can start to develop those neural pathways to be able to do those regulating behaviors on our own and trust that we can have safe relationships in the future. As adults, we need people to co-regulate with, right? We have a hard day at work, we gotta call a friend and chat about it, or we're gonna, go and play racquetball and just hit that ball really hard. Those are regulation techniques, but we don't know what works until we've done it, and we need to practice it in relationship, because those relationships are mirrors. When we're aware of ourselves and we think we know it all, we are in some ways actually deceiving ourselves, because we think we've got it all together and nobody really has it all together. Our relationships are that mirror that teaches us, hey, like, you need to work on this too. How can you expect your kid to do this if you can't do it? Really, I think parents a lot of times are just doing the best they know how, but they haven't also had somebody to co-regulate with them in the way that they're really needing. They don't even know that they need that. So how would they know their kid needs that if they don't know that they need that? So I think that's a really important thing for, again, normalizing the family systems change. We won't be able to create effective change if we don't recognize that the parents in the family system have needs too, and they are maybe not getting met in that way. They need someone to co-regulate.